And I said, I am not buying leads from anybody that's affiliated with this company. I said, what I'm going to do myself personally is I'm going to leverage all my social media accounts and create my own leads. When I said I'm not going to buy leads anymore, they may as well have jumped me 10 guys in the back alley in the middle of the night, because they just kept hammering. You got to buy leads, you got to buy leads, you got to buy leads. You sit in the meetings. I got Robert Kakish insulting me in these meetings with other agents, making fun of me for being disabled, making fun of me for being overweight, and it's all in my head. I'm doing something wrong. That's why I'm not getting through to any of these people to make sales. Everything was classic deflection. It was all my fault. I knew that it wasn't. And every time I asked him questions, because I wanted to understand the business, part of my background was I was successful in business in the 90s. And I wanted to understand the business so I have a better understanding when I'm trying to sell a potential client a policy. So it was constant, harass me, make fun of me. It's in my head. I'm doing something wrong. Oh, you got to get with your upline. You're not making any money because you're not buying leads every week. Bombardment. It just didn't stop. And I'm like, I just can't believe they knew everything I went through, that they're going to do this to me. I was so distraught and upset over this because they just survived 10 years of hell. And then I got these crooks trying to, mentally beat me down. And it just got to the point where I said, no more. I called my upline, Jeremy Juno, and after getting a text message that I'm not selling any policies because I'm not buying leads, we're going to put you on as earned. So I call him up, what's as earned? So he tells me that you're only going to get paid monthly. I had enough at that point. All the promises, all the lies. Oh, I got $100,000 Mercedes. I got this house, and I got that, and I got this. But you never saw anything. And they had a Telegram thread where all these agents were all supposed to be all these agents in the Telegram thread. Every day, you see all the managers of this office making these big money sales. How? It's impossible. It can't be. I'm struggling to make a sale, and I was lucky that I made 2 of them, and I made 1 sale to a friend. Out of all the money I invested, new laptop, telephone, all the other stuff, the licenses, I put up $1,000, and I'm lucky I got hardly nothing back. I already lost money. I couldn't believe it. These managers are supposed to be on these lavish vacations. Oh, this guy's in Bali, this guy's in Paris, France, and this other guy's in Japan, and they take the laptop with them, use the system, and they make calls 3 o'clock in the morning where they are overseas, and they're making all these sales. Oh, I paid for my vacation with 2 sales while I was overseas, and I'm like, this just can't be true. Either 1, it's just an act just to get you for the leads. I'm sorry, I left something out. They undercut the commission. So you make a sale and they make you think you're getting all this money up front. You were getting half of what you were supposed to get on the commissions. So where are you supposed to make a living doing that? Put up this money, and then you only get half of what you're supposed to get. It just didn't make any sense to me. Then the bullying, and I'm saying to myself, if this is legitimate, then these guys are not professional at all. I actually, in the sales meetings, thought that I was at a high school pep rally, and I was expecting the cheerleaders to come into the sales meeting with pom-poms and do this rah-rah. Yeah, you're going to make all this money. No. But what happened in the Telegram chat also is new agents like myself would come in and you make a sale or 2 and it's rah-rah and 20 people congratulating you. 3/4 of them are managers. I would see other agents that were new that came in. First couple of weeks, they did okay. And then after that, nothing. Same thing with me. I made a couple of sales the first week. After that, nothing. Then you see these managers consistently every day writing all these policies. It just didn't sit right with me what was going on. Then they want you to go on what's called Frontline Daily Dials.com. And you plug into that, you listen to all these managers and all these other agents make live calls so you can listen to what they're doing. There were times I spent 3 or 4 hours. I was lucky if I heard one person make a sale. And after listening to what they were saying, I wouldn't have given them a dime of my own money. That raised another red flag for me as well. Let's get into the life insurance companies. Pushed Americo, left, right, and crooked. Pushed them. Oh, Americo's your first choice. They pay the most. They pay you in a couple of days. America, 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 America. They kept drilling America. I would try to sell a prospective client a policy. So I looked, and in my own experience running quotes, America was the most expensive 8 out of 10 times. I sold one accidental death policy to my friend through America, which wasn't a big money policy at all. And then I actually sold 2 customers a policy from Prosperity Life because they offered way more coverage and for the same money as America or less. The next thing is, recruiting. Jeremy Juno told me, if you build a big business, we'll buy it off you for millions of dollars and you can make all this money. Yeah, okay, we'll see. I kind of took it as a grain of salt because I hadn't built anything yet. That's why I took it as a grain of salt. It was another empty lie. As far as Family First Life goes, in 2021, they got a cease and desist order for deceptive practices from the Federal Trade Commission. From the research I've been able to do, apparently it happened multiple times. I can't understand how this business wasn't shut down, how these people weren't stopped from taking advantage of people. I saw other people speak on this on YouTube. There's hundreds of videos about this, and people got fleeced probably out of millions of dollars, everybody combined. How does this happen? How is it allowed to happen? I just cannot understand that this is allowed to go on. It needs to be stopped. I am making an appeal to anyone who watches this video. Do not get into business with Family First Life, any variation of it. And if you get into this business, don't touch Integrity Marketing. Make sure anyone you're looking to get into business with is not affiliated with Integrity Marketing, because it's just a multi-level marketing scam. It makes a pyramid scheme look like a Tonka toy. This has been my experiences, and I hope my experience inspires you not to let this happen to you. And I also want to say in this video that I will be filing complaints with the Attorney General in North Carolina. I will be lobbying every single politician in my state. If I don't get any response, I will petition the U.S. Attorney General. This needs to be stopped. People are trying to make a living. It's tough enough life itself. And with people like this in the world taking advantage of people who don't know any better, it just has to stop. So I'm making an appeal to all my elected officials and every attorney general in this country. You must stop this. Thank you in closing, and best of luck to everyone.